Every time he gets off the phone with his boss, he throws his cell phone on the ground and crushes it under his foot. He pretty much lives on McDonald's and other grab-and-go fast food, always keeping his head down in line, making sure to avoid eye contact with the crowd. He even sets multiple alarms before sleeping, never allowing himself more than 30 minutes of rest. As a highly trained professional assassin, Bob knows that details can mean the difference between life and death, so he's always been extremely careful. But this time, while lining up his target through the scope, a stunning woman suddenly appeared in his crosshairs. He only glanced at her for a few seconds, but his heart rate immediately spiked above 100. Bob knew that elevated heart rate would seriously compromise his accuracy. He quickly controlled his breathing and refocused on the target, waiting until his pulse returned to optimal levels before confidently squeezing the trigger. But just as he fired, the woman moved unexpectedly, accidentally blocking the fatal shot. Bob was about to take a follow-up shot when the bodyguards immediately pulled the curtain shut. Realizing the mission had failed, Bob didn't waste a second. He quickly packed his gear and prepared to evacuate. His movements were swift but controlled. Clearly, he'd planned for this contingency. He collected the shell casing, put on his helmet, hurried downstairs, and hopped on the electric scooter he'd stashed earlier, passing right by the arriving police. Bob's escape route took him through quiet back streets to avoid detection. Spotting a garbage truck parked ahead, he tossed his backpack right into it. After riding a bit further, Bob ditched the scooter and casually threw his helmet into the river. He then ducked into a convenience store, using the excuse of needing the restroom to quickly strip off his clothes and wash himself down, trying to eliminate any lingering gunpowder residue. After changing into fresh clothes and dousing himself with cologne to mask any remaining scent, he hailed a random cab to the airport. Before entering the terminal, he pulled out his last remaining weapon, a backup pistol, and dropped it in a trash can. Even though he was now completely clean, Bob couldn't help feeling anxious when he spotted a police dog at security staring intently in his direction. He made another trip to the bathroom, scrubbing himself down one more time. When it came to life and death, he couldn't afford to take any chances. Using forged documents, he successfully checked in and boarded his flight. Even after takeoff, Bob remained on high alert, constantly monitoring his surroundings. It didn't take long before he noticed a guy in sunglasses who seemed to be keeping tabs on him.